posted. Gotta keep it posted. Gotta keep it posted. We got more car posted with the poster. Bring it to on the radio. Posted with the poster. We can turn on the radio. From the streets to the television, we keep it going, ain't no intermission. From the streets to the television, we keep it going, ain't no intermission.
Look, you know we poppin', just name a topic. Posted up like a palm tree in the tropic. Rozzy on the beat, make you wanna come and see. Mo to the C, radio to TV. You know she putting in work like she clocked in. Celebrity guest, never guess who gon' drop in. Television's best like a S on the chest. Who's next? Say less, cause you rockin' with the best.
Mo car, posted with the poster. When you turn on the radio. Posted with the poster. We can turn on the radio. From the streets to the television, we keep it going, ain't no intermission. From the streets to the television, we keep it going, ain't no intermission.
Let me tell y'all something. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Mo Clark with the poster, back in the building. I don't think I seen y'all last week, and I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a great, amazing refresher. I had time to co-wash my wigs and get them off the stand, and now they back and they popping, and I threw a little edge gel on it. I'm feeling rather saucy today. You know, I got a special guest in the building. I'm super excited to have him here because, you know, we've been friends on the gram for years. And this is probably the most you've heard me talk live and in person, isn't it?
Yes.
I know. It's exciting, isn't it?
It's amazing.
I have the gift of gab. I don't know what it is. So welcome to the show. Tell everybody your name.
I am Antoine Dwayne Jones. Already got
I
callers.
meant to tell you about this caller, but I didn't get a chance because we took the shot.
Okay.
This is Fred.
Fred.
Thank you for calling the post up. It's your girl Mo Clark. Who am I speaking with?
Yeah, what's up, man? Got your book calling from that south side again. I know you remember me, girl.
What's up, Fred?
That's Fred.
Yo, what's up, man? My birthday this month on the 18th, girl.
Are you coming to the show? Are you going to come to the show, Fred?
I don't know, man. You know, I be working, man.
Fred, you got to call back and give JoJo your address so we can send you at least a cupcake or something. We're going to DoorDash you a cupcake.
Okay, you can do that. I'll see that just right now.
Send it to me on Instagram.
Okay, I got you. I don't want the world to know my address. Yep, we're on the air right now. Yep.
Fred, what's your favorite cupcake? What's your favorite flavor?
What's my favorite one?
Your favorite cupcake flavor?
I like vanilla.
What? That's so plain. You don't like red velvet or banana or nothing like that, just vanilla?
No, I like vanilla, plain vanilla.
Fred, you date white girls, don't you? Just tell the truth. Just tell the truth. You date white girls. You like white girls, Fred?
I like it all, man. White girls, black girls, yep.
Fred, you see my guest in the building tonight?
Yes, I see her.
Fred, it's a dude, Fred. What is you talking
Fred
about?
on them shots, too.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sure you. I always like your shows on YouTube, man. You have the big screen.
Thank you, Fred. I appreciate you. Well, make sure you stay tuned to the interview we about to jump into.
Yes, ma'am. I surely will. Yep.
Don't forget to send me that info, Fred.
I'm going to send it to you.
Bye. Bye, Fred.
Bye-bye.
All right, that's Fred. That is our frequent caller. He is the only caller on most days. On most days.
Why is that?
Tell everybody your name again, because Fred ain't going to call back.
Antoine Dwayne Jones. That's who I am. That
is who you are, and I cannot wait to jump into this interview with you. But before we do, I have a segment. It's called Moments with Mo. If you know any of the people in these slides, please feel free to refrain from commenting on anything. But I put the slides together, and I know you don't know none of these people.
Okay, you never know.
I promise you don't.
I be knowing folks, though.
I know you do, but I promise you don't. JoJo, go for it. right, guys. So I must tell you, JoJo don't have the first line, so I don't know who I'm talking about. So hold on. Bear with me. Let me get my life together. It's a surprise. I don't know if I'm starting off on a happy note or a sad note. Yeah, let's do it. All right, I'm starting off on a sad note. Now, guys, I don't know if you are familiar with Olivia Newton-John. Most of us know her as playing the lovable character in, I believe it was 70s. The 70s or early 80s movie Grease with John Travolta. Let me just say, I absolutely love that movie. Watching that movie is what got me interested in music theater. Like, when I say love, I love that movie. Now, she passed away, I believe she was 70-something. She passed away Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't think any cause of death has been released, but I do believe it was natural causes.
Right. I mean, she got her 10, so
she did.
So
and
wonderful life.
If you guys have never seen the movie Grease, I know that you guys for sure have heard the song "Let's Get Physical."
Right.
I want to get physical. You know, that was Miss Olivia Newton-John. You know,
Classic.
You know what? The Grease soundtrack by itself was classic. This is embarrassing because it's going to show my age, but it's all good. I recorded the movie Grease on a VHS.
Right. VHS. Half the people don't even know what a VHS is right now. So.
And I used to watch it all the time. And, of course, my favorite scene, I think we're going to have to play that, JoJo, at the end of the show. But my favorite scene in Grease was at the end when she's like, tell me about it, stud, you know. And she sung, you're the one that I want, you are the one for, ooh. That's my jump
moves,
right
though. Like, John Travolta had the moves,
listen.
bro. Like,
did you see her waistline? My God, her waistline in it. Just to look, and you're a photographer, so you should know.
Right.
But just to see how women were in the 60s, in the 70s, versus where we are now, it's like we have women now that want the small waist, but they want the big hips and the this, and this. But that's not even how they were back in the day when they had the so-called Coke bottle shape.
right.
These girls are getting that shit a little bit wider. They getting a 2-liter shape. They not getting a little.
Yeah, they getting
a 2-liter Dollar General.
E&J gallon
They
bottle.
getting
like
a Dr. Thunder shape, but it's all good. You know, we still love y'all anyway. So we definitely want to send our thoughts and prayers to the family of Miss Olivia Newton-John.
Absolutely.
Gone too soon. JoJo, who's next? It's been an interesting week. All right.
Oh, man. It's tough right here, but I get it. I get it, man.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right. So initially, when the news broke yesterday, it just said that the Breakfast Club, as we know it, is coming to an end after a 10-year run.
Well, 12, actually.
12?
12.
Damn, where the other two come from? Was it Charlamagne by himself for 2 years,
No,
or
they was doing it. I just read it. It's 12 years that she's one of the original hosts. So 12 years running, and he said she leaving. She want to do her own Thug Thistle, though. I get it.
So the thing is that I didn't know that first of all, I didn't know that Eminem had his own broadcast station a while back, and I didn't know that that's actually how she started and she launched. Now, I will say my speculation about this whole thing kind of started because like a week or so ago, I was watching a movie, and you know, Angela Yee, she has this voice. It's very, very distinct.
Very.
And so I'm not going to lie. I really don't watch The Breakfast Club. I really don't listen to The Breakfast Club. You know, I don't know why. I just don't. But I was watching this movie, and there was a girl in the movie, and she sounded exactly like Angela Yee. I was like, oh, my God. I'm not 110% what she looked like, but that sounds like her. So, of course, you know, when you got Prime, you can pause it and the names pop up. And it was her. She was acting. And that was like the very first thing that I had ever seen her with. So when I saw the news, I was like, well, shit, she already breaking into acting and all that stuff. Which all of them have, because I know for a fact Charlamagne has been in movies as well.
Right.
So I just assume, okay, well, maybe she wants to pursue this. But, of course, after reading more and as the day passed by yesterday, we found out she is going on to do her own thing.
Like doing her little solo thing.
How you feel about that?
I think that, I mean, everything has a season.
Mm-hmm.
She's been doing the group thing for a long time, and now everybody want to get their own bread. She established a brand. Charlamagne established a brand. DJ Envy established a brand. So now they want to do their own thing and fly on their own, create their own content the way they want to do it with the guests they want to do. So I get it. I mean, so the show's syndicated, so they're gonna find another dope host, and they're gonna continue as it's gonna be somebody just as dope coming through, and they're gonna rock it. The show is that big that
They can
it's
all
like
stand alone.
any soap opera or any TV show. You got Black Aunt Viv was dope, but then light skinned Aunt Viv came in there and they kept it rolling. It is what it is.
I can relate to it because for me, when I started actually doing, I always wanted to do media. I went to school for journalism, but unfortunately, when my dad passed away, I left college. Right? It seemed like my entire life was altered. I left college, and my mom and I, we were back and forth to Atlanta because she said that she wanted to move to Atlanta. Right. So we were back and forth in Atlanta, and I was looking at Kennesaw State University. But then she said she didn't want to move, and time kind of passed by, and, my grades in school got poor because I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't there, and I ended up not finishing the program, but fast forward several years later, somebody found me on Facebook, and he was like, you know what, I'm not going to lie. You can captivate an audience. You can talk about your elbows, and they be on your post. And I'm like, what? So then he wanted me to do a rotating chair, and I did, and I landed a spot on the show with, I was the only female, and there were 3 guys. Okay. But for me, with the wanting to be a journalist background, I wanted to talk about everything. Right. Like, everything that was in the news, the babies getting kidnapped, the child abuse, golf, whatever. If it was news, I felt like we needed to cover it. Right. Like, I didn't feel like we could continuously interview the strippers and the hoes. Not that there was nothing wrong with them. They were wonderful. They were beautiful. But where was the substance? Right. So they let me go.
That's it.
They let me go, and at first I was so sad. I was heartbroken. I was like, this is all I know. I invited y'all to my wedding. We family. You my brother. You my brother. You my sister. This bitch is she my maid of honor, And it was very hard for me to deal with. But then, I had friends, and they were like, hey, do your own thing. I was like, what? I can't do my own thing. Who am I talking to? Like, I literally said that. Now look at you sitting on the couch. But I said, who am I going to talk to? That was my biggest thing. I had a fear. I was scared that I wasn't going to be able to book guests. I didn't know which way was up and down and where to start. And I didn't have any guidance.
Amen.
But now you fast forward 5 years later, my show, no matter because I done been radio, TV, back to radio, back to TV. I've been doing it for 5 years. And majority of the shows, I have had a guest. See? And the days without guests, I did find out I'm quite well at talking to myself. So
do you be answering, though?
Shit, probably.
It's cool to talk to yourself sometimes. Now, the answering, you never know.
So I'm going to come back to that starting things on your own when we jump into your interview. JoJo, who's next?
What up?
All right, Lori Harvey Speaks. So apparently there's another radio podcast, something platform called Bumble. I know Bumble as a dating site, but whatever. And Lori Harvey, yesterday there was a video with her and Tiana Taylor and another lady. I don't know who the third lady is, but Lori Harvey was actually speaking on why she chooses to date the way that she does. And she comments and says, I had brothers. And so Tiana Taylor responds and said, oh, so you knew the cheat code. And she was like, basically. So her thing was she's going to date and do what she wants to do. And if she decides she doesn't want to move forward past go and collect $200, she's going to leave the guys alone. Now, the funny thing was a lot of people were saying this their first time actually hearing her speak. Have you ever heard her speak?
No, I can't think.
That was my first time hearing her speak as well.
Wow.
So I was like, damn, how are these people dating this girl and she's a mute? So how do you feel about that? How do you feel like, do you think that times have changed and it's okay for a female to date around like that? Or do you think is it tipping the scale?
People have their choice on what they want to do with their lives. I mean, so she's dating like she's a man. No, she's dating like she's a person, and that's just her choice. So people can't be mad. Now, what I would say is, as long as she's saying what she's saying, then that's cool. So all these dudes that was falling for her and getting all heartbroken, all that, that was their fault. She told them what was up from the jump. They could see that she don't got no range. It could be 80, it could be 20, it could be 30, it could be 45. I mean, she want to date who she want to date and have fun, and she young, like she young. So how you trying to pigeonhole somebody that young? Because in the 20s, man, you don't really know what you want.
And I think sometimes you don't even know what you want in your 30s
or 40s,
or your 40s, 50s. You done tried something. You got to go back to the drawing board. 60s, I say. 70s, you definitely got an idea.
Man, at the end of the day, man, it's people love, and that's cool. Then some people don't know what love is. They think they're in love, but at the end of the day, it's rare to find that person that you're gonna spend the rest of your life with. So, So you just bumping your head, hoping and guessing and trying to be the best person you are, and people aren't perfect, so you can fuck up or do whatever.
Yeah.
And that it is what it is, But I think that love has to exist. If hate exists, then love has to exist.
It has to.
But,
and sometimes you can think that you found your person and it don't be that.
Right.
So then what do you do?
Then that's what train wrecks happen, right? Because
right.
You think you got your person, and maybe partially you're telling you that's your person, partially that's telling you that's not your person. So you kind of live in two lives, really, because you really want this person, but then you really don't want this person. So some train wreck is going to happen in between there, some way, shape, or form.
So I think... Well, I'm much older than Lori, but
yeah, me too.
If times were different when I was growing up, I think, and I had my first kid when I was 19, but had I not had my first child so young, I definitely, probably, I'm sure, would have dated around. Because when you have kids, especially at a young age, especially when I was 19, you know what I'm saying? I'm young. I can't date around because my child is watching. Right. On top of the fact that my child is watching, I ain't never had no damn babysitter. I ain't gonna lie, my mama was like, I ain't having that shit. And that was just what it was. My mama was not. If I drop my daughter off at 7 p.m. on a Friday, you better pick her up by 12 on Saturday. She's not even giving you a full 24 hours, and that's just what it is. She is not giving you enough time to go out and make another baby.
But again, because they raised kids, so they didn't want to raise any more
grandkids. Absolutely,
they wanted to live their life like me. I've been a single dad for a decade, and I've basically had kids my whole adult life. So now I got a kid in college. I want to do things that I wasn't able to do because I decided I wanted to be a parent, in my 20s.
What?
And that's cool.
Man, listen, I swear to God, I'm saying the same exact thing because you get put in this situation, right? Like, I was in Atlanta. By the time my daughter was 2, I was in Atlanta. But I couldn't move like I wanted to move because you can't trust everybody. It's not just men touching on little girls or whatever. You got women touching on little girls. You got women touching on little boys. You have all these things that you have to think about. And to possibly or potentially put your child through a lifetime of agony and pain for 5 minutes of fun is insane. It is insane. So I didn't do a lot of stuff. And now my daughter is 21 and my middle daughter, she's 15. And I'm at the point where I can kind of move a little bit and talk to them. I talk to my daughters like little adults. Like they really are my broke best friends.
Right, but you have to because the world is different. So back in the day, our parents would be like, and I said it on a documentary that my frat brother had. Back in the day, it was like, do what I say. If I say do something, you just do something. But now the world is so small with social media and TikTok and Instagram and Google, that the information is out there. So you have to
Man,
explain,
what?
You have to explain more to your kids what's really going on because, I mean, they're going to get the information from somewhere.
And I'm not going to even tell you guys how I know this. A bird told me. You don't even technically have to be 18 or 21 to get on a porn site. The porn site comes up, it says, are you 18 or older? All you got to know is the difference between yes and no. You click yes, you in that thing. And that's just what it is. You know, I don't know how I know this information. They wrote it to me on TikTok. But JoJo, don't look at me like that.
JoJo like,
but
whatever.
your kids can get access to this stuff, and I've gone through this with both of my girls. I went through this with both of my girls, and the first time that it happened with one of my girls, I wasn't even the one that caught them. It was my parents. So imagine your parents catching your kids, because now your kid in trouble with the grandparents and your ass in trouble, and you sitting there like, well, shit, did they type safe wrong? What had happened? They was trying to type second, and what happened? You know, so you're absolutely right. JoJo, I ain't got nobody else, do I? Nope. We good. Let's jump into this interview. All right.
Let's go.
Sir.
Yes, ma'am.
We're going to do the speed round. Okay, so you are you are really the true definition of a celebrity photographer. You know, some people say that you go on their page, you don't see no fucking
Hey, again, man, that's the Atlanta word. That's like I don't know, that's the $1 million word in Atlanta, celebrity. Everybody's celebrity. Celebrity nail tech, celebrity producer, celebrity makeup artist, celebrity hairstylist, celebrity photographer. And, man, it is what it is. I don't know if I'm a celebrity photographer. I just know that that's what I was told to be. And I'm going to do my best, but to me, everybody's a celebrity.
Antoine, remember when I first met you? And you came in my inbox, you was like, hey, I just moved here. I'm trying to, put my name.
People.
You didn't even give me a chance to help you. The next thing I do, you look up and I'm like, how the hell he asking me? But he does this and this and this. So you were a part of a fraternity.
Right.
Which one?
Phi Beta Sigma. I am 23 plus years in now, and actually, I just got appointed as the international chairman for Sigma Fathers Committee. So my whole next 2 years is dedicated on finding resources and materials to make it easier for fathers to do what they do, because
Absolutely.
it's hard. But I've been everything in the father room. I've been a married dad, I've been a divorced dad, I've been a single dad, I'm a girl dad, I'm a boy dad. Like only thing I pretty much haven't done was adopt some kids or have some foster kids. So I've been all realms of dads. So that's a good place for me to be in, because it means so much to me, and that's hard.
So I gotta say, the one thing that I regret in life is not actually going to a college and being able to pledge, because I do see where pledging is beneficial. You do establish those bonds and those relationships. Right. So when it comes to you establishing those bonds and those relationships, how has that played a part in you actually doing your photography?
Well, I think that's definitely helped me here. Those connections are priceless, because you know that if they're in a fraternity or sorority, that they are somewhat, at least 2 years college educated, right? You have to be at least that for most of them to even be able to pledge. So
I did not know that.
So that means that even the lowliest member, I don't want to say that's not really the word, but even the most minute member of a fraternity or sorority has college education. But then you look at it, that's why I started, my Greek magazine. That's why I'm working on this award show December 10th, is because a lot of these people, it's all community service based. So a lot of these people aren't hooping and hollering, hey, I'm in a fraternity. It's like they're just doing the work. So now you get to the point, you look around, like your favorite doctor is in a fraternity or sorority. Your favorite teacher, your favorite politician, vice president.
So you feel like they're not getting the recognition?
No, not at all, because they're not. They're served. That's what you're in the organization for, is to serve. So if you're serving, then you're not seeking attention. Raphael Warnock, he's a member of a fraternity. Like it's just, you can just go on and on. But if there wasn't a light shined on them, you wouldn't know that they were in these organizations. So I felt that's my job here, to kind of shed some light on it, so to people can see what we really do. Because all people see on like Instagram is the Greek shenanigans. So they see the partying and the jumping around, but they don't understand that these organizations are literally the pillars of the Black community.
Yeah, they are. I agree with that. So you've been good at this photography thing ever since I've known you. Like, I never saw it. I'm just starting out. I never saw that was you. You were all. What's that? Oh, Jesus. I thought that was Jesus. You've always been dope since we've been following each other. You've always been dope. Your daughter models, right? She's been in a couple of shots as well.
Well, okay, so she's been around. I mean, I've been at this 17 and a half years, and she's been with me for, the last 10 of that. So she's been through all the ups and downs and the goods and bads and all that. So she dabbles a little bit, but she's a film major at Georgia State. So she's around me enough that she can jump in and out.
She can, because I was like, she posing better than me.
Well, I was like,
what the class is? Just sign me up for the class.
Look, fellas, Georgia is a non-licensed, we get dead. Stay ready. So, but she got a good dude. I'm excited for this dude. I'm excited for her. You always want your kids to have better experiences than you had.
Absolutely.
So it was like, dang, raising a daughter by yourself as a dude was like tragically like, dang, you were stuck with your dad. Oh my God. But you just try to do your best, and you set standards, and you hope that they come out better than the experiences that you have.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's why I'm constantly fussing at my kids. They just don't receive it well. I don't know. I think it's because I'm a thug. I'm not sure.
You gotta give it to them though, and you just pray that it sink in there somewhere in the back and around the corner, and you're just hoping that they get it, because again, they seen it they seen the train wrecks, they seen the goods, the bads, they seen everything. So, hey man, the least you can do is just don't do what I did.
So what made you decide to pick up a camera?
High school was the start. We had, I'm old, so we had dark rooms when I was in high school. So, I'm 44 years old. So
that's not old. I ain't gonna receive that shit.
But I'm good on it. I love saying my age, because we don't look it, we don't feel it, we don't act it. So it's
I don't
cool.
know. My knees kind of.
I still got decent knees. You know what I'm saying?
My elastic broke.
MMA gym, we good, but it's that was the passion. So I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Ohio. So when I moved down to the South to go to college, it was like a whole new world. Like the Southern life is way different from Midwest. So I always had those little Walmart little cameras, taking little, the ones you had to like. They don't know because they digital.
Don't worry about it. I had the cameras you had to Polaroids, which are cool now to the kids, but whatever.
So I was always taking pictures with those little things, and then I transferred colleges, and ultimately met my then wife, and she was like, "You always talking about taking pictures. You'll never take pictures of me." Beautiful lady, So I was like, "All right, I got you." So we took a couple pictures. She was like, you need to do this for her. I was like, man, whatever. And then like a week later, I showed my mom some pictures. She's like, you need to do that for real, son. And I was like, well, there goes my affirmation, my confirmation. So I went out and bought a $2,000 camera, and 17 and a half years later, we here.
So a lot of people don't know. Dontel Antonio, he's an amazing content creator, right? He came on. Shit, have he been on my show? I think he have. I met him on another show, but he did come on my show. And he kept his promise, and he took me out with my camera and was trying to show me how to use my camera. So a lot of people don't know, because I heard things that day that I'd never heard in my life. Like, what the hell is a Kelvin? He's like, you gotta know your Kelvin. Just say the light. Just say the little Opie Shutty thing. The shutter, the shit, the what? I still don't know that stuff. But I just know, if I take it and it don't look right, I need to fix something. Right. That's all I know. That's all I go by.
It's a lot to do, yeah.
But it's a lot to learn. You got to learn your kelvins, your shutter speeds, your lighting, your this, your that. Do you want to do indoor? Do you want to do outdoor? Do you have props? What the green screen look like? And you're like, what I need? Do I need to turn up the wattage, lower it? A lot of people don't know that.
Right.
On top of the fact that sometimes you can take a great photo and it can be one and done. But you also have to learn editing sometimes.
Right.
So did you learn the editing process? I know you did, but I'm asking for the people in the back.
Yeah, I did, and I hate it. And I think me and JoJo were talking about that pre-show. It's like, people have expectations of photographers and videographers. That's like, they think you got a camera and it's magic, and you take a picture and then you're done. And it's like, I want my picture right now.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not it. It's so much in taking a picture.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about me is, what people notice about me is, like, I'm not a perfectionist, but I'm very, very picky.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like most of the stuff I take. So it keeps me on edge to be better every time I take a picture. But then you got all that time taking pictures at a photo shoot. Then you got to go home. Then you got to load them up. Then you got to edit them. I released myself on that because that was time away from family. Because you do a 3-hour photo shoot, then it might take 6 hours plus to edit all them pictures, and I was losing that time with my family. So I found a retoucher about 3 years ago, and that's freed me up to be able to be a dad, be a person, be whatever I needed to be outside of that, because people expect you to take pictures and then 5 minutes later, like, oh man, where my pictures at? And like, it don't work like that. It takes time to be great. It takes time to get what you want. So, I mean, yeah, it's a lot to deal with.
So you found a way to run your business, delegate tasks, and still find time for your family.
Right, you have to, because even yourself. I mean, you think about, man, it's only 24 hours a day. If you did 6 hours in, it's Atlanta, so you got an hour there, an hour back. That's 2 hours. Photo shoot 3 hours. That's 5 hours. 6 hours, and then that's 11 hours out the day, out of 24 hours at least. Where your family time at? Where's the time for you to grow? Where's the time for you to have fun? You stressing about clients, and you still got to add in there answering the phone, setting up other shoots, doing everything, prepping for the next day, charging batteries, all that stuff. So it takes a lot of time to do what we do, and people just think, oh, it's just like with your phone. I can take it from my phone, and my phone is ready and it's perfect. Like, no, that photography, videography is not like that. Just like a show production, you might record a TV show, but it still takes time to master that thing, render it down, get it loaded up.
On top of the fact that some things aren't even compatible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You might shoot something on your phone or your camera, and then you go to YouTube, and the quality it look like you shot it with an iPhone 35, but then you load it and it's an Android, the first edition, and you sitting there like, this does not look like this on my phone.
Right.
But that, believe it or not, I used to do my show every single Thursday. But that was part of the reason I went to the second and fourth Thursday. Because with me still working a full-time job and me having kids and the traffic, an hour to work, you get up an hour or 2 hours to get to work on time, then you be stuck 2 hours getting home. You get home, you look, all you can do at this point is look at your kids. And I was going to work, coming home, swapping wigs, swapping clothes, because clearly I wasn't going to go to work dressed in my show clothes. And then you get back on the road, come to the show, on top of scheduling the interview, getting ready for the prep, putting the flyers together.
Right.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
And people don't get that.
All they see is the finished products, and that's what they expect. They don't.
I don't think that. I was talking to my mom, and I was saying something to her about, certain people complaining about having a lot going on in life. Everybody does. Even the people that we would think wouldn't. You see so many celebrities committing suicide because they have so much on them, and they don't always post that stuff on social media. All we see is the good, and Cardi B carrying this bag, Cardi B this, that. Rachel was here a couple of weeks ago, and we talked about her beautiful pictures on the internet, and she admitted that she still has days where she has insecurities, and a lot of times people don't see that. They get caught up in what they see on the social media. So it's even like that with photos. I saw I knew about it, but I didn't tell the world. There's plenty of apps, right, that lets you alter your photos. We all know that. Been there, done that.
Right.
But a personal trainer came out and told the world that there was also an app that lets you alter your body in video.
Wow.
Now, I knew that. I had seen that app. But they was charging for the app, and I was just thinking to myself, damn, that's smart. Why I didn't think of that? Because if you altering your photos and you want people to think you got a small waist and a big butt, and then they see you on the video and you got a big waist and a small butt, you got to make it make sense.
It's just like, why, though? I mean, that's the reason, all the pressure that social media is in the world is putting on people to be something that they're not. Like, everybody's struggling. Like, COVID, people are struggling mentally, depression, anxiety, and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
And now you got to try to keep up with something. Like, I tell, especially young girls, like, I'm a photographer. I was like, there's no way you can live up to what I take pictures of, because it's so much done to that picture after the fact. We're not even talking about the prep. I was like, even my homies, they be in my inbox, man, hook me up with that girl. Like, man, you don't want her, bruh, she don't look like that in real life. She looks something totally different when she walk in. I came in when the lights was off. I turned the lights on. I seen the wig cap, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no lashes on, like that, no makeup on. People be looking totally different. So, but we fall in love with vanity. It's like, you gotta know that who you are, because this world will tell you something else.
Man,
I've always been skinny. I get picked on for being skinny. People get picked on for being big. People get picked on for being short.
Absolutely.
Light skin. Somebody always gonna have a problem with you. So, it's like, man, you just got to get through that stuff and this.
That's a big reason why at one point I wanted to quit media because, and I talk about this all the time, so it ain't no secret to y'all, but I saw a lot of females, they weren't necessarily talented. No shade to them. They weren't necessarily talented. They couldn't speak well. You know, you have to know how to speak where you at. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, how in the hell did she get this interview on this red carpet? She's sitting here talking to Tay Diggs, and she like, so, you know, I'm a fan of yours. I seen you in all the movies and stuff. And how you get that strip? Like, when they sent you the strip, did you have liked it? The fuck?
Yeah.
How she get this? Yeah. Who put this girl? Listen, I watched a guy hand a girl a mic. Right? Because that's the big thing. Photographers, videographers, they have a person. And he gave the girl the mic. He turned the camera on. The girl asked him 4 times, what you want me to say? So you don't even know how to do an interview.
Right.
You're just here because you're a pretty face.
Right, but that's what the world we live in. So, like I said, man, if I was a beautiful woman in Atlanta, I would be a millionaire right now because I add talent to that. So if you're beautiful and talented and female, bro, you should be rich. There's no reason why because people.
My chick must be in the mill.
Man, because it's like.
Shut the hell up, JoJo.
It's like you could just be beautiful and be paid.
Right.
Or you can be beautiful and talk a little bit and get paid. But if you're beautiful and can talk, intelligent, and you, man.
It's all about being put in front of the right people.
Right.
And that's why I wanted to quit media because I was like, okay, I'm just done. This what they doing? This is what they doing?
Sure, pretty.
I mean, I started analyzing stuff. I was like, bro, I can't go have no work done in my body. I'm too short. I had that shit and end up flipping over. Like, it just ain't going to work out for me like that. So I'm too short. If I try to do what they did to my body, I'm going to look like Mrs. Potato Head. I already figured it out. So that was just a no-go for me. So it was like, okay, what can you do? So I did the writing. I wrote for the magazines. I did all of these different things. But I tell people the industry is so harsh.
Right.
And some people don't get that. The industry is literally the field that will chew you up and spit you out.
Absolutely.
And forget about you the next day. I've had friends call me sis. And them same friends calling me sis.
Yeah.
Cuss me out. The girl cussed me clean out on Clubhouse. Bitch, I will pull the fuck up on you. I was like, oh my God, sis, why are you talking to me? Sis, why are we talking like this? Are you coming over for tea? What are we doing?
Pull up.
Like, I was confused. I've had people steal things from me. They've lied about opportunities. Well, I ain't going. And then you look up and they doing a whole interview. They just didn't want you to come because they didn't want you to steal their shine. The industry can be harsh.
Right.
How do you move through that? Because you do deal with celebrity clientele. Are they divas when they? I know they are.
No, I mean I haven't really dealt with many like, oh my God, I would never work with that celebrity again because at the end of the day, I treat everybody the same. So whether you celebrity or not, at the end of the day, I want my bag. Yeah, man, for real. Like, man, I'm gonna pass all that. Like, oh man, this favor exposure and all that. I'm overexposed. Like, I'm cool on the exposure. So if I do something for free, it's because I wanted to do it.
Absolutely.
It's usually my idea to do something for free. But if you treat everybody the same, then you don't get wrapped up in all. Oh, he's supposed. Oh, it's such and such. Who is such and such? They regular people like you.
Absolutely.
And to be honest, man, they probably struggling. Like you just said earlier, they dang on. They killing themselves more than regular people are. So
you almost made my first slide off.
You just dang on. You just talk to them and be, just be you. Like I'm me. I respect everybody the same. I want my regular people to feel like a celebrity. I want my celebrity to feel like a celebrity. And if you give everybody the same love and shine, then people just kind of gravitate to that. And just don't get used to nothing. That's what I found out here. Don't get used to sis, bro, fam. I'm gonna be with you forever. No, they not. So you just go ahead. And dang on and just rock with it until the wheels fall off. And then when the wheels fall off, man, then you know that God got something else for you, man. And that's been my most recent revelation. It's like people gonna come and they go. People gonna do whatever they do, and so I don't really get stagnant on like, oh, I got this relationship with this person, it's gonna last forever. I don't think it's gonna last forever, so I'm always looking for opportunities to be great, do the best I can, treat people the best way I can.
And I don't even think it's thinking negatively. I think it's thinking logically.
You got
like, okay, you know me, I know you. we cool. If I see you out in the street, I'm gonna speak to you. This,
Right.
that, and third, and the other. If we get to the point where you coming over for a cookout, yeah, okay, but I'm not gonna be out here penis riding.
Right. Jocking.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. But it's because I feel like I have been burned enough. I don't even care if it was 2 or 3 times. That was 2 or 3 times too many for me. And I feel the same way. I feel like they're regular people. They cool. Some of them are cool. Like when Rachel came, like I said, I didn't even know she was Boosie's girlfriend. I saw this chick on the red carpet. I thought she was beautiful. I wanted to connect with her and see if she had some insights on possibly promoting my boutique. And she didn't say, hey, I'll promote your boutique, but she gave me better, more valuable advice.
Right.
So she didn't give me herself personally. Maybe I couldn't afford her price. I'm not sure. But what she gave me was more valuable to me. It was to me as a business owner. Now, I've been in situations where I've been around celebrities, and it was a photo shoot, but I was doing the write-up. I was doing the interview with the person. And the person knew well in advance that she was supposed to sit down and do the interview with me. And I sat there and I watched these people. They was putting the girl's shoes on for her. They was handing her slides. They was doing this. They was doing that. And when it came to trying on one of the dresses, I said, ooh, the tag showing. You want me to take the tag off the dress? She was like, girl, don't take the tag off these people's stuff. But you rich.
No.
You want this?
People are not rich, man. People are not rich. People are where they're at. Like,
Right.
Just because you make money, like, you know, the thing is, it's not how much money you make, it's how much money you get to keep. So a lot of folks ain't balling out of control, and then you live in a lifestyle, you have to pay for that lifestyle. So I got a little kid, you know what I'm saying? You might have the Land Rover, or you might have the Lamborghini. You got to pay for that. You got to pay for the 8-bedroom crib, and then you only got 3 people living there. You got to pay for all that stuff. So they have just as much responsibility and pressure, and they got to be in the limelight every day, living up to that pressure. We can go home.
I think at this point I'm gonna start scamming people too, because I see a lot of people, they create this lifestyle, they image, they go out, they buy the big house, they buy the fancy car, they buy the luxury bags, the luxury shoes, the expensive weave, the whatever in the hell, and then they tell people, oh my God, I got this because I was on this journey of financial freedom and I'm debt free, and you in there sitting over there with all that fucking debt. Or, oh my God, I got this because I wrote a vision board in 2020 and I sat there and I prayed and I applied myself, and for $49.95 for $49.95 you too could be successful as me. Right. So you're gonna sit there, you're gonna pay this $49.95, they're gonna get enough $49.95, and then your dumb ass gonna be sitting there like, oh my God, why am I not driving a Range Rover? I followed his or her book from start to finish. I did everything they told me to do. They told me to tithe. They told me to do community service. They told me to wash cars. They told me to go strip at the Pink Pony. And here I am. I am still in a Honda Accord. What? No, I'm just playing. I am still in a Honda Accord. But they got your $49.95.
Yeah, I'm happy about my little Kia. You
gonna have to come back. I like our conversation. We had a good time.
Let's go.
We had a good time. You had a good time?
The post up for sure.
All right, I'm glad you had a good time. This the most you heard me talk?
Yes.
I promise I'll talk more.
That's cool. I'm with it.
At least you don't tell me to shut up.
Nah, man, because this is fun. Man, this is entertaining, and it is real talk. So we can always talk real.
Well, I love your work. I'm a fan. I want everybody else to be a fan. So tell everybody where they can find you at on social media and how they can book you.
So every social media platform is the same as my name, Antoine Dwayne Jones, ANTOINNE Jones. Check me out, book it, you'll have fun. We shoot to kill.
I know JoJo didn't zoom out when it's my goal. He zoomed out when it's my goal. Like I ain't cute. Like I can't give the people a positive message. Okay, well, what up, guys? It's your girl, Miss Mo. It's Mo Clark. You can follow me on IG at Miss Mo Clark. You can also follow the post up. That's DaPostup. And if you feel lucky, Christmas is around the corner. Give Jack an early Christmas present and go ahead and follow Global Vision TV. We out.
Let's go.
Keep it posted. Gotta keep it posted. Gotta keep it posted.
We got Mo Clark posted with the poster. Need to know you're ready,
top it. Posted up like a palm tree in the tropic. Rozzy on the beat, make you wanna come and see. Mo to the C, radio to TV. You know she putting in work like she clocked in. Celebrity guest, never guess who gon' drop in. Television's best like a S on the chest. Who's next? Say less, cause you rockin' with the best.
Mo car, posted with the poster. When you turn on the radio, Mo car, posted with the poster. When you turn on the radio.